How do I create and use a Google Classroom? Google Classroom is one of Google's apps that is widely available and widely used by many teachers and students across the country and around the globe. But how do you get to Google Classroom and create a class? Let's look at our usual suspects in terms of apps. Top left corner, you're not going to find it there, and you're not going to find it through the web store, which are only extensions. So let's go back home. Let's try the top right corner. This is a much better group of Google apps. This is where your Google Suite is going to be, but not all of your apps are going to show up here. If you arrange this in a certain way, you may find that Classroom will be available to you. But just for future reference, you can go down here and click on More from Google, which is going to pull up the entirety of the G Suite. And I suggest you scroll to the very bottom where you'll see all of the apps, all the products that Google has to offer that you can kind of mess around with. But as you can see in here, Classroom, Google Classroom is right there. Or if you use it enough, you're going to find your Google Classroom right here in your MVP area, I suppose, where you see classes. But maybe most simply, you can just type in Google Classroom. No matter how you get to it, go to Google Classroom. Now, for those of you that have never used this before, you will not see these classes here, obviously. You are not involved with those. You will see nothing here. In fact, it will just say Google Classroom, and it will all be blank. What you'll do is up in the top right-hand corner is click on the small plus sign, which is a create or join a class icon. We are going to create a class. Go ahead and make sure you read all the terms and conditions and create your class. My class, we'll call it Sociology. It'll be the first section in my social studies and in room 260. That is all it takes to create a Google Classroom. But we aren't done here. Here we have a number of things that we're going to play around with. So tune in to video number 2 on how to Google Classroom.